I don't write and I don't speak alone anymore. And that has made a huge difference. There's a couple of ways that you can look at this. But before I dive into that, I want to know, does it feel like you're forcing content out of yourself? You're racking your brains for ideas, or you're just grabbing ideas from the internet or from ChatGPT or wherever your source is. And yes, all of those things, you are surrounded by content ideas. But does it ever get to a point where you're just spitting it out anymore and it doesn't feel like you anymore and it doesn't feel genuine anymore? I call that marketing with someone else's face. If I had a mask, I would hold it up here and I would take it off. Maybe I'll do that, edit my video, maybe I won't. Probably not, because I don't have time to edit videos. Anyway, I have a book about that, by the way, that you can download, audiobook included. Here's the thing. If you are a Christian and you believe in the Godhead, Holy Spirit, God the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, right? The Holy Spirit is a master communicator. Jesus is the best marketer there ever was. And if you aren't a Christian, and you at least believe in a higher divinity, a being, or if you just believe in the energy of the universe, the flow, when you tap into that, it just flows. When you use that energy with your ideas, if you get the ideas that way, it just comes out. Let me just talk about an example. I can't remember the name of the book. It was Dr. Joe Vitale, but I think it was called Karmic Marketing, maybe? Can't remember. If I'm wrong and you know what it is, drop it in the comments for the other people. So I've read a lot of books, but I do remember this little method, right? And I still use it. Even when I use ChatGPT, I'll tell you the truth, I do use it to help me write clearer and to help me edit my messages, right? And my emails, whatever. But I start off this way. And if you really want to do it right, you would use the paper and pencil because it flows better that way. But my handwriting is horrible. I can't even read my own handwriting. I have done it that way, and it is true. It does flow better that way. So if you can do it that way, do it. What I do is I open up a blank document. I close my eyes and I just listen. The ideas come. And sometimes, if they're not coming, I will start the flow by just starting to type or just starting to write a sentence. I am writing a sentence. Seriously, I just write that. Or I would type a lot. Or just the fox jumped over the moon, whatever. The cow jumped over the moon. It doesn't matter what it is. You just start. And then it starts, it's almost like priming a pump, right? When you prime, if you've ever used a pump, you prime it before you start pumping the water. So it's the same way. You tap into that and you dump out the ideas. It doesn't have to look pretty. It doesn't have to sound pretty. It doesn't even have to have the right flow to it as far as marketing and copywriting and all that. Just get it out. Then go back and read it. My mentor always told me to literally turn around in my chair and be the other person reading what I wrote. That's your first edit. Now I got to twist it and give it a CTA so that the story takes them somewhere to get more, right? Get more, and you have to lead somewhere. But the stories can be anything. It could be about me mixing my drink, my collagen drink with my bubbly is so yummy. It could be something like that. Doesn't matter. Your job is to connect with your reader, and your reader has something in common with you. Anyway, so you get the flow, you do all that, and then you literally edit the crap out of it. And then not only that, but I will dump it into my ChatGPT. I have a custom bot that was written by a copywriter, and it just looks at it and just slims it down so that it's quicker for the reader, it's more concise and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm done with it. Easy peasy. That is writing, right? But you can use this to connect with God in your messaging, to connect with the universe, to connect with Jesus, to connect with the Holy Spirit, and to use all those communication tools to get the message out. I'm telling you, the genius is not necessarily here, it's here, right? I hope that helps. I don't know if that helps or not because it's a little bit out there, but I'm telling you, It's the truth. And take it or leave it, I guess. Otherwise, take email marketing courses. And I did do that, right? Because I learned all kinds of ways to talk to people. And no, my emails aren't perfect. No, my videos aren't perfect. It doesn't matter. We need to get our message out because we are here to help other people make more sales, get more leads, and all the stuff that we need to do to have a successful business. Drop your questions. Love to hear. Go download that book that I talked about wearing someone else's face so that you can learn how to have your own voice, your own message, and get out there and help your people. See you later.